like what you see, or if you don't, follow us.
Which did actually remind me to start recording on my end so that we have it.
Sounds great.
That way we have it.
Where do we start off, Fearless Leader?
Tremendous.
Okay. So how does Scoop want to arrive in the town of Auroraboro?
Well, Scoop's always looking for a story. Should we tell the people who Scoop is, or do they care?
Yeah,
you
give like a
describe
like
Scoop as she, right?
Yeah.
As she arrives into town.
All right. So Scoop is a young 20-something go-getter. She has been an avid reporter for many years now. She started quite young, so she is still youthful. She comes with a couple bags, and she's got a trusty flashbulb camera around her neck, and her handbook, her a notebook and pen, and she's just looking for anything out of the ordinary. She's looking for a scoop. That's her whole deal. You know, she's looking for where the story is.
It's a good name and a good catchphrase.
She's exhausted all opportunities for. She's exhausted all opportunities for. Like looking for stories in her hometown. She's covered everything from, coal mine collapses to the rising prices of coal.
Scoop.
To the unionizing of coal miners. So now she's trying to diversify a little bit, and she's arrived here in Auroraboro.
So I think I misspoke. I meant describe her arriving into town.
She shows up on a bus.
Does she have any sort of vehicle possessions? $90?
Is there a bus?
That's a lot.
There's a bus that goes in and out of Auroraboro, apparently.
There you go. She shows up on the bus.
That's a good development for Auroraboro.
I imagine that bus just comes out of the mist and drops people off and goes right back into the mist, and you don't know when it shows up.
They don't
but
stop.
It just arrives.
They slow down to like 5 miles an hour,
and you walk out very quickly.
They do not want people getting back on.
You hear the air brakes. You hear the air brakes like, shh, but it never quite stops. Like the bus lowers, but it lowers only at speed.
So let me canonize some of that. The bus actually looks like the buses in Bikini Bottom, and from the inside, Scoop sees like a normal bus ride and feels it come to the stop and do the as Taylor described. But from the outside, you see it like night bus zoom in, stop at the bus stop, fucking pump out, Scoop, and then just speed off. So you are in town now.
So
if you go for that candy bar, it's gone.
Here.
I'm gonna say that you received your invitation to town from one of your what do they call them contacts to get scoops?
I believe they are called contacts.
Yeah, but they sounded weird and did not want to meet in person and dropped off the ticket at your door.
And Scoop loves that shit.
Yeah,
lives for that.
I assume that's why you came.
Me too.
I can only make things happen to you. I can't make your intentions.
You can't make me want to go.
Oh God, what a dark! I can do things to you. I just can't make you like it.
But I can't make you want to drink.
I can bring a horse to water and make it drink. I just can't make him like it.
One of these days, I would love to just flex my power.
Are we at that bar still? Are we picking up like right where we left off, or is it?
I'm assuming it's early morning. If y'all are so willed to be leaving the hotel room for any reason, you will do that.
Yeah. So, okay, fellas. Well, looks like Remy McSquemmy's a little bit out of action there. Perhaps she had a little bit more than a tipple,
Are we all in like bunk beds? Are we all in bed together? Or
I assumed we were having like a breakfast meeting or something.
Okay.
We're all in bed together.
I would like to invite the both of you, my esteemed guests, to my bedroom. Yes. I have a dining set up for you all. I had room service come and set up a nice brunch for us. Please come to my room. I love you.
That was a lovely note that PT sent me. I'm so happy it was written on the back of a dum-dum wrapper.
I want to be clear that episode 1, y'all did decide who is sharing rooms. There are 2 beds in each room.
Me and Robin.
No, I think Rob.
No, I thought it was you and Remy, and then me and Rob, or me
and Remy.
PT.
Yeah.
Maybe we have our own rooms. We'll have to go back. That's why we need the wiki. By the way, we're developing a wiki for this whole series.
It's coming soon. It's on my. It's working its way up my to-do list.
So
Robert and I would love to invite you to our room for brunch.
Robin is too hungover right now.
Please come now.
She fought like 4 guys at that bar. I don't know if she's going to be waking up anytime soon.
So I happily accept the invitation. I fold it and put it into my inside breast pocket to keep forever as a little keepsake. And I walk over like, oh, good morning there, gentlemen. So about it, it seems that Miss McSquemmy maybe had a few too many. And as I said before to myself when I apparently rehearsed this speech, a bit more than a tippler.
Let's cut over to the bus stop where Scoop has stepped out onto the street and the bus is long gone. And around you, you can see that
$3.
You're not like directly in town. You're like a little bit outside of it, but you're no more than a quarter mile away from like the small collection of buildings. Okay. You can see them. They're right over there.
So I pause. I inhale deeply, right? Sort of like to gather in all this new potential for wonderful stories and my burgeoning career. And I'm so full of light and joy and just a youthful energy. And then I set off with my briefcase and my duffel bag and my camera, and I just start walking towards town.
Okay, they're doing more of a movie. You're doing more of a book. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
we can work with that.
That's what we've got.
I feel a
right
sense
now.
of
She's
wonderment.
a writer, you know.
It is nice to have our. It's nice to have our first guest and to see how like the improv changes a little bit with a new cast member.
I have not watched this, so I don't.
Wow.
I don't know what this is.
I love you too. Thank you.
Nice.
Yes. So back at the breakfast meeting, the breakfast club.
Yeah.
How are you all enjoying your blintzes?
I certainly appreciate the blintzes, and I certainly appreciate the bellinis. Those were a very nice touch, and I'm not sure where you got
love
the
a
pear juice
bellini
from. Who doesn't? Okay, so I remember that I filled you in, but perhaps because we had just a few too many of what my Mima would call the sleep juice last night, we wandered into the city hall where I was quickly apprehended by a pretty stealthy guard, if I do have to say so myself. And I saw a horrifying painting. I believe that there is some sort of goings-on about the mayor, and I don't understand exactly why everyone seems so terribly cagey, like it's a whole town of canaries because they're encaged about this particular subject of the local government.
Very clever.
That was good. Yeah, that was a nice. I
thank you
understood
so
that
much.
visual metaphor very well.
What? So I hear you, and I want you to know that you are heard and that your feelings are valid. What would you like to do about the mayor situation?
I believe that my first instinct here is that with this new gaggle of teenagers that we now possess, that we should use them as a. Oh yes, yeah. You have responsibilities now. We are father figures.
We're parents.
I avoided that for 30 years of my life. I'm not starting that now.
I'm an 85-year-old man. I did not think fatherhood would come to me this late, but I welcome it with open arms.
If it makes you feel better, I believe it's a little bit more of a Lost Boys situation. A bit more Peter Pan than Peter the paternal figure. But we should use them to our best advantage, at least I believe, and I would like to create a little bit of an information network, some sort of information superhighway between the one road in town and us.
Let's cut over to Scoop while y'all sit on this plan for a second.
Discuss
like a not that tall, like a medium height slender man comes walking over to Scoop.
Oh God!
And he also, by the way, he has like a burlap sack on his head.
Oh goddamn!
With one of those with the eye hole open.
Oh God!
And he's like, hello.
Oh hi.
Hi, are you new here?
Yeah, I am. I just got off the bus. My name is Scoop McCutchen. What's your name?
Oh, most people just call me Baggy, really.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
My
it's
name
'cause
also
of the
makes
bag.
sense because I am a reporter. So
Now,
good for us.
you know, people always, did you get your name first or your thing first? Because I never got my thing first, and they called me Baggy because of the bag.
Oh, well, that's really interesting because my given name is actually Detective McCutchen, but I didn't really want it to go into law. So I changed my name as my nickname, Scoop. But I did it
That's
myself.
Incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
It's 100% true.
I'm looking for 4 people. One of them is a fairly rotund Midwestern man.
Well, hold on 1 minute because I got my notebook here. I'll just write this all down.
Perfect. Yeah.
Rotund.
Why
Got
don't
it.
I repeat them all out to you, and then you just write them all down. Cool.
Rather rotund.
Another one is a very, very old,
Very old.
kind of like a snake oil-y guy. You know, like
All right,
you know, like
a
in
senior
those
gentleman.
those old West paper. Like
Oh,
what do
yeah.
they call them? Cartoons?
I think we call it the current West, don't we?
No,
Or is it, are we not in the Old West?
It's actually
It's
the
like
1930s
The newly
now.
old West.
The
The recently aged
The Old West has
The
been
West
dead for
My
20
stars.
years.
What year is it? Okay, cool.
you must have grown up in the old West. I can see that.
I grew up in coal mining country, actually.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, so nothing.
I'm from the city, so I'm firmly industrial age.
Baggy.
That's yeah.
Named
I'm
Bag.
sorry.
You know,
I'm
that's
beginning
what
to
they call-
understand that no one here has any grasp of when history happened in this country
No
like,
idea
at
the
all.
time.
This is how I'm gonna learn.
So we got a rotund gentleman.
Yeah.
We got another gentleman who is aged.
Yeah, and then
and
like another old but not as old and definitely like more daddy like hot circus leader person. And a woman in a leather jacket who reeked of alcohol, honestly. If I'm gonna be very honest with you.
well,
Which is saying something because
okay.
we're all drunk like all the time, I feel like, because it's the 1930s.
Sure. Yeah. I don't really partake much myself, but absolutely. I do not know what you were talking about because I just arrived in town. I feel like I told you that already. And I did not see them on the bus I was on, which is pretty much all I've seen. But I am heading into town. So if there's anything I can do for you, or if you know of a scoop, because that's what I'm in town looking for, is a good story to write on.
I think if you come with me, we'll get a regular scoop together. I think
Well,
this will end up being a scoop. I think.
Well, it sounds like we crossed each other on this road. Like you were headed out of town, and I'm headed into town. So I don't want you to go out of your way.
You know, it
but I'm
is
headed
weird.
into town.
It is awfully strange that I went and asked someone at the bus station.
It
where
is strange,
someone-
yeah. To see if we.
He was
I
in
mean,
town.
I have not been hanging out at the bus station all day, so maybe they got on a bus and left already. But I'm here to be. I'd love to be helpful, but I'm also here for a story. So
I think I'll take a walk to clear my head. It was very nice meeting you.
yeah, all right. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you as well, Baggy. So I'm ahead on my way, and I suppose I'm gonna throw away this piece of paper that I used on you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's go back
What an interesting gentleman.
to the breakfast club.
Emily's strong suit is yes and.
Emily hit him with
Glad to
the.
have you on board, fellow
Emily hit him with
improviser.
that- and he just pulled the ripcord and went home. He's forget that shit. I'm out
All
of
right.
here.
So, I believe in my heart of little old hearts, I believe that until this evening, we have pretty much the day free. Not until 9 p.m. do we have much of an engagement. That engagement, of course, being corralling a couple of teenagers.
What do we want to do with them at 9 o'clock?
Oh, I wanted to create the information superhighway between like what is going on in town and have that more or less instantaneously transferred over some sort of telephonic device to us, perhaps a telephone line.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
This is wonderful.
If that's the case, I'm gonna spend the day walking around the town to see if there is anything of interest other than the city hall and old McDonald's barn and that one bar we went to that I blacked out super hard at, so I don't remember its name.
There's also a fabulous city diner on Main Street, which I'm pretty sure is called the Main Street City Diner.
That's going to be my first stop because these blintzes were cold, and I'm going to push one at
go
PT
with
Sinclair.
You're both going to get breakfast foods elsewhere?
Oh, no, I'm going for information. Roland Robin is being
You know how
rude.
difficult it was to pick up the telephone earlier to call someone to do this for us?
I imagine as difficult as picking up a phone and asking someone else to do it for you.
This Conrad guy's got it.
It was quite difficult.
I'm
I'm
going to
some
walk out of the
recognition
room
of that
as
effort.
he continues talking about how difficult
I'm
it
gonna.
was.
Conrad puts on his hat and walks out too, always besuited.
Scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at
have
the
I
bus stop.
arrived?
Baggy has left.
Wait, I'm still at the bus. I
Wait.
started walking
Oh, you
towards the town.
Yeah, so you're in
ages
town.
ago.
Now. You're in town. now.
Okay. I was like, it doesn't take me that long to go a
Yes.
quarter mile. I didn't consult the character sheet or anything.
It's not the
but-
Greyhound bus where it's 10 miles from the center of town, no matter where you go.
Yeah, there's generally like a main street like block where all the shops that you would expect are. If you're looking for something in particular, we've been doing luck rolls to see if you find it or not.
Yeah,
There are some things that already exist, so just ask if you're looking for something.
Yeah. I'm gonna be looking for, I guess, any sort of. Well, I'm looking for a scoop, right? So what does anyone do when they're looking for a scoop? They're gonna go to the bar. What time is it?
Early.
It is
It's
morning.
early.
It's morning.
It's
It's not like super early, but it is morning.
Like
Oh
it's
yeah, those are the
morning.
people with the finger on the pulse. The people who are at the bar at 9
Yeah,
a.m.
it's the
I would
only
like-
time I talk to people.
I would like to go to the main strip and try and sell
strip.
my wares.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna I'll do one of them luck rolls to find out if I see like any sort of interesting information that I might want to follow up on as a reporter might do.
Okay,
Scoop's a reporter. Emily is not.
that's fair.
Scoop knows
Why
how
we
this
call it
works.
acting.
Emily doesn't understand the process of this.
Do you want to
No
do
idea.
your luck roll and roll 20?
Yeah, Taylor.
It's right here below your hit points.
Taylor, you can also roll for her.
There we go.
Okay, so you got a
Ooh.
success.
Hard.
You are lucky enough to find that shop that we talked about 2 episodes ago, which is Sam Bandana's Crystals and Orbs.
What?
Sam Bandana's crystals and orbs.
You said you're an occult,
Am I
Journalist,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
although you
I
didn't know the word
chased
occult,
you.
it seems.
I know the word occult.
I'm a spooky journalist.
Why don't I know the word occult?
You
No.
just described it. last
You just
before.
described it, not you didn't say you were.
It's Bandana Jones.
Bandana.
There we
Indiana
go.
Jones,
There it is.
Crystal.
Bandana.
Crystal and Orbs.
You're right.
No
and I
one's
do have
last
I
name
do
would
have
be
a
Bandana.
Special interest in the occult, so that does sound like a good place that I would like to go.
Cool.
I would like to sell my wares immediately outside of that shop.
Which shop?
The shop that
Bandana
she's currently in.
Jones's.
But not
I'm not
because
in a
she's
shop,
there,
I just saw it.
because of other reasons.
She.
I literally just viewed it.
Yeah,
You know what?
Ah,
Yes, you go in front of the shop.
Come
Making
on,
me
come
go now?
on! Come see the world famous PT Sinclair and his elixirs.
So-
the world famous kind.
You don't
The
have like
elixirs
a.
that aren't famous.
this is what I'm gonna
You don't have
ask.
the truck or anything, right? It's just you
Nope,
with loose
just me, my
bottles.
little old self, with my jacket open wide, with bottles labeled.
It's what everyone likes to see in town is an old man with his jacket wide.
man
Okay,
doing
so-
that
Scoop,
on the
you-
street.
As you're walking to the store, you see an old man step like directly between you and the door. Not like right in front of you rudely, but like as you're walking over there, you see them stray into your path and then just with
Alright.
their jacket open, do what he's
Yes,
doing.
sir.
Come one, come all.
You,
Oh,
sir, come see my wares.
Well, I'm actually a woman, and I was gonna
I
run
don't
into the
care.
shop, so this I might see you later. They
No,
like turn around the
please.
strange old man into the shop.
I've lost everything. everything.
Oh,
I
this
need-
city is rather strange. This is very different from my hometown.
Dude, Emily is gonna know but every situation.
We are a yes and show.
She's
Wait,
going
I
to
thought you guys
juke
were
every
genuinely
possible situation that she can.
Complimenting me on my yes ending.
No.
My child. My
I'm
child.
putting myself in the situation like I'm a young woman.
No, it's just
who
funny.
was accosted by a man with
By
a
an
bag on his
elderly
head
man.
on a strange road. I'm not gonna go
You're absolutely correct. No,
No,
you're
correct.
with that man.
Yes, you're fine.
Yes, you're role playing, and those are improv
It's just very
rules.
funny
You're
that most
100%
situations
correct.
it's
It's just
incredibly
very
reasonable
funny.
for you to dip out of that
I'm
relationship.
doing what makes sense
situation.
for my character. It makes
Yes.
more sense for me to not respond to the strange men on the street that
She
are
has
coming up
only,
to
I was
me.
gonna say, she's
Before you
only
leave,
been accosted by weirdos.
before you leave, can you please fill out this survey of how your experience went today?
I swear to God.
Oh, well, I
Pull out
suppose
a
I could
survey.
I could do that, but I'm not really sure what you're peddling there.
Well, what you can find out. Would you like to run faster? Would you like to read faster?
Oh,
Scoop,
would
this
you
is
like to-
interesting.
Would
Scoop
you
is
like to
welcome
be
to do whatever
smarter?
she wants.
Yeah, I can do any amount of elixirs that I'd like.
I mean, you can listen to him or not. You can go inside. Totally up to you.
I guess I'll listen to you and fill out your survey there if it's going to help you, sir. You're saying that these elixirs can make me run faster. Is there any scientific evidence of this, or
Tons.
How do you come by
Lots of
your
science.
formulas?
Doctors who I've spoken to say that the average person only uses like not any amount of their brain.
Oh, that's
Did you
none of
did
their
you know
brain.
that? I didn't until recently, but then I started making these elixirs that do better.
all right, sir. And
It makes
my
you do
God.
better
and do you often take your own elixirs, sir?
all the time.
All right. And do you have any other long-standing customers, like a customer or client base that I could potentially speak to, or is this just you?
Just sort of you.
So I have a tenuous relationship with my regulars, but
Robin
I
and
have
I feel like we're walking down Main Street at the same time.
All right. Well, it was real fun to have you ramble at me, mister, but I'm gonna go into this here store now.
Hey,
It
old
was a
man.
pleasure meeting you. It really was. Maybe stop drinking whatever's in those bottles, though, is what I will say to you.
All right.
As a parting word.
the survey though. Here, just take it and
yeah,
then
sure,
just
sure,
send it back.
I'll take it. As everyone's
Just
asking
mail
me to-
mail it to my
so many
hotel room.
extraneous pieces of paper already from this short-lived adventure that I'm having.
Wait a minute. What are you giving her?
I would also like to know that because you do not have surveys.
What are you giving her?
A blank piece of paper that says please on it.
It is a it's a crumpled up handkerchief, like a used crumpled up handkerchief.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him anymore.
Stop this.
Obviously.
Robin and Conrad, what do you as you walk up, you see Scoop go into the store, and
So
PT Sinclair's
in this
still
little
standing there.
duo here, Robin, I feel as though you are the carrot and I am the mule following behind. So where is it that we are going? Where is it? To whither do we wend?
I mean, I was recommended actual food, and from my minimal experience with trailing people, but my maximum experience of watching people do stuff when they're at a carnival, I know that eating is a vulnerable time for people. So I figured we would actually just go get some food and then kind of watch the diner to see the types of goings on that happen during the day here.
Your insight into the human psyche continues to baffle me, and I admire you incredibly. Let's do that.
My friends, hello.
Oh dear, let's walk more
Oh
quickly.
God, yeah.
Hello.
I give Conrad the smallest thumbs up so that I don't alert PT, and we just walk faster away from.
I'm gonna go into this shop. I just wanted to keep. You guys are going. I know where you're going.
I do a look back at him and go, uh-huh.
Just so we know.
I want to do the exact same wave that everyone unfortunately has done once in their life when they're approached by someone with a cardboard sign and they're at a stoplight and you don't have any extra change. That one.
I just want
this.
I've never done that.
No, it's
I'm
like you
just
never,
giving money 'cause I'm
it's
a
not
good fucking
emotion,
person.
but like that stern look forward where it says this, but you're just like, please turn green.
I just want
everyone-
I wish I had something
everyone
right now.
here, everyone around to know that we know each other and that I know where they're going and that they know where I'm going.
You're just on an empty street saying that.
My entire impetus for this conversation is that.
I will say, as we leave that scene, I do just whisper to Conrad and I go, wait, what is he selling out of? Because I assume he's selling at this point.
I believe he brought something like a suitcase or, nope, he's just opening his coat to strangers. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
we
God.
made the correct decision and not associating too broadly in the daylight.
Those are my friends.
And we'll head to the diner. Damn it.
Okay, let's go to the diner.
All right, Scoop, you're inside Bandana Jones's crystal and orbs.
Okay, is there a person behind the counter?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Hey, look
hi.
at that.
How are you today?
Hello. I'm
So-
doing well.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Doing very well.
My name is Scoop McCutchen, and I'm new in town, and I am a reporter specializing in the occult. And I was wondering if this might be a good place where I could ascertain the whereabouts of any unusual spots in town or any spiritual or otherwise abnormal activity that's been going on in this here town. Because I received an anonymous letter saying that something was afoot in Auroraboro.
So this is a woman with who has like the bandana in that hippie would sell crystals like
Love it.
thing.
Oh,
you
like
know?
that
I
just like
wish I
tied
could
back
pull
in
it
a
off.
handkerchief.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And has the
I'm
general like flowing clothes. I don't know
Vibe,
what
yeah.
they are, and like
I
the
love it.
necklaces and the.
I'm seeing it perfectly.
I love
I was
it.
gonna say, I know
Thank
I'm
you.
exactly
also
who this
walking
is.
in at this time. If that's
Yes,
okay.
yeah. There's the ding of the door opening. But she puts her hand on your shoulder. She's like, "Oh, honey, that's the whole town. That's the entire town.
Oh, really?
That's what do you? Why do you think I opened the shop here? Nobody even comes. It's not special. I might as well be selling nails to a hammer."
Well,
That's an awesome phrase, by the
That
way.
is an interesting turn of phrase that I have not heard before.
Neither
so
have I.
Thank you for that.
You gotta stay on your feet in this town. It's wild.
Interesting. So do you know, in that case, since I am a reporter specializing in the occult, where I might be able to rent a room?
Oh yeah, there's one motel.
Okay,
It's over there on the edge of town.
sure. And that's it. That's all you got for me.
You
Is there
asked-
anything
you asked
else?
for a room?
Anything in
I have
Anything
a room
in particular
there.
that's
It's
happened
been
re-
nice.
Okay, so here's the thing. Could we talk in private, perhaps? Because this
This
man,
old man.
Sorry,
man has followed me off the street.
Can I get a little bit of help? Bandana Jones met someone. Was it only Robin? No,
I think it was Remy.
it was only Remy.
Yeah, it was definitely Remy.
Who is not here
100%
right now.
Remy.
Cool.
I believe
Somebody
she was
else
an old
danced.
woman.
Somebody else danced with P.T. Sinclair, and he broke them because he
That
pushed
was
it
a
and they fell.
random woman.
That was just a
Yeah.
random woman. Yeah, okay, cool.
But Bandana Jones was at the
Yes.
Hootenanny.
Yes.
Was at the
Everybody
dance,
was at the
yes.
Hootenanny.
Of course.
The wiki coming soon.
Oh,
Who was
yeah.
at the
So she's
big
like-
Hootenanny?
Let's actually cut over to what is your Conrad Hearty, whose name I will someday
We'll
remember.
definitely remember.
Conrad and Robin are on their way, arrive at the diner, right?
So how do you
Yes.
take your eggs there, Robin?
In the circus, we just took them whichever way we could. I tend to have them scrambled to make sure that if there's anything else in them, you don't really notice it. So
Oh, I understand. Myself, archetypically, I take them hard-boiled.
that's one of the least surprising things you've ever said to me. and then I sit at the bar counter. And
How's your fourth wall?
I sit next to him. Sorry, above table. That is my archetype in Call of Cthulhu. I just want to slip that in.
I'm just laughing at like what could possibly have been going on in the circus that makes it so you can only have one type of egg.
No, it would be any
takes
type
them
of egg.
however.
Like how if someone was like, "Here is a hard-boiled egg," I would be like, "Thank you." Or if they were like, "Here's them," and then they would name a style of egg that doesn't exist, I would be like, "Sure, let me enjoy these eggs a la San Francisco or something."
I thought
And
it
you're
was like,
"That
man,
doesn't
here's your refried egg.
exist." You're like, "Wait, what?" I don't care.
I thought it was like I would love to cook myself some sunny side up eggs, but they just don't cook that
They
way in the
won't do it.
circus. They only come out scrambled.
They can't do it. No matter how hard I try, I cannot cook the right type of egg.
That's
You
where one
want
of your
egg and
occult
bread?
points is
You
from.
can't have egg.
I've
and
tried to cook over easy 100 times, and they always scramble. I don't know how.
bread. Come out scrambled every time.
I want to grab the attention of a waiter or a waitress.
She is talking to
Server's a good
someone
catch-all.
at the behind the. She's like leaning over the bar, talking to one of the cooks,
Oh, okay.
and she like
then
she,
I'll
like,
wait
she
till-
does one of those waves at you.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that we were here. But please take your time with your conversation, and we are perfectly content ourselves. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Be right with you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Robin looks at Conrad when he says that, and he goes, "Do you know what sarcasm is, or are you just very good at this?"
I'm so sorry. I actually do not know the term.
Oh, all right, buddy. And then I'm going to spend the time explaining how sarcasm works when we cut away.
I would like
Okay.
to add that to my repertoire of poetical skill.
Back to the Crystal and Orb shop. Scoop had just asked Bandana Jones if they could speak in private. She's like, well, this customer just walked in, and the rent is pretty cheap around here, but I still need to, like I said, not many people have anything to buy here, so
I need
All
to make
right,
a
I
sale.
understand. Well then,
Do you have any books on chemistry?
we have
need-
books on alchemy.
Alchemy is great. I would love that.
Yeah, they're over in the book section. that I don't have that many books.
Everyone stopped with bated breath to see what he would say.
Well, I'm not a library. I don't there's one bookshelf. What do you want?
I would also.
It says
so
crystal and
I-
orbs, not
It's
books and
crystal and
books.
orbs.
Well, I'm glad I came in and asked because apparently you do have books. But so after you're done with your meeting, if I can sign up for the next appointment slot, I would love to also talk to you.
Well, why don't you just come over here and join us?
I would prefer to talk to you in private. Personally.
Everyone wants to
Okay.
talk to Bandana Jones in private.
I have a secret that I haven't told even my closest friends, and I need advice.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Ma'am, I don't know if I caught your name.
mine.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
My
I'm
little
just-
old name.
I'm just reacting to what this crazy person is saying to you. Hold on one moment. My name is Scoop McCutchen.
Well, Miss
I know.
McCutchen, what can I do for you?
So I'm just trying to find out if there's any direction you can point me as to a current story, because you have said to me that supernatural or otherwise abnormal things happen in this town all the time. Is there a recent event that you could call to mind that I could investigate?
Yes, actually.
All right.
There is a house that was recently abandoned for ghosts.
For ghosts.
For not like they
Because
not like,
of
not like they
ghosts.
left the
Or
house.
to
to
make
go-
it vacancy
Left
for
two
ghosts.
The ghost showed up, and the owners were like, "You know
Squatters'
what?
rights.
Have it, yeah, like it's yours.
that one actually it was due to ghost like disturbances. I mean, it's
All
not
right,
the
so
only
you
house with ghosts. There are
claim-
many ghost houses. I
Sure.
can get you a list of them.
Yeah, I would love a list of the ghost
I
houses.
mean, I'd
but
probably
the
have
most
to-
recent,
Yeah. Well, this
and
one
if
just
I could speak to
happened.
the family as well. That'd be fabulous.
I know their names. I'm not
Sure.
sure where they're staying right now.
Okay, so I'll take any information you can give me on this here ghost house.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Are you?
Are you?
Are
Because
you?
you haven't seen.
I am.
You haven't
I
seen
truly
sorry
am.
at all.
I promise. After this, I'll be quiet for like maybe a few minutes after this. But
Maybe.
are you by any chance a writer?
Well, yes, I actually told you that on the street
I don't
when
recall.
we met earlier.
I don't recall meeting anyway.
All right.
I've been thinking recently. I'm an old man. I am distinguished.
No.
I've had many travels and I have many accolades. And I've been thinking I'm sure that you are thinking, wow, I can't believe that the world famous P.T. Sinclair is talking to me right now. And that's sort of the essence that I would like to encapsulate in a musical romp about my life.
I'm going to need P.T. Sinclair to roll fame, and then let's cut to the diner.
Okay. So have we successfully
got it by 1
Fuck
point.
you, John.
I can't believe he succeeded on fame.
By
Let's
one
Hold up,
point.
y'all. Everybody else can't
Alright.
see that.
Okay. So have we successfully gotten the attention of the server?
No, you have not. No, the server is still just leaning over the bar talking
Roll
to the.
for,
Who
roll
else-
for the server's
Yeah,
attention.
so let's
Who else is
can we
there?
take a
Who
good
else
old
is in
peer
the bar
around?
right
Yeah.
There are
Or
a
the
few
diner,
other
rather.
patrons happily eating. There is another chef still cooking, and there is one other waiter talking to other patrons who are sitting down in other booths.
So Robin,
You're
is
sitting
there-
in a booth, right?
No, we're sitting
I said we're
at
at the bar.
Oh,
We're
okay.
at the
Then you're
the
just
counter,
down the
counter
bar.
rather.
Yeah,
counter.
you're down the counter from her.
Mm.
So Robin, is there anybody here that you find to be particularly interesting?
Ryan takes a moment. He just composes himself, and then uses that to look around at everybody. And he's like, "Well, other than rude wait staff or negligent wait staff, which I've been used to since I think the turn of the century, I don't know." And I kind of eye the other patron who's down the counter from us. What do they look like?
The
You
other
said they were happily eating. I don't.
Did I say that? Yes, this patron who is happily
30 seconds ago.
who is happily eating is a man slightly larger than Conrad Hearty,
Oh,
bald, with a nice 3-layer suit on, brown, sweating quite a bit.
I would like to compare the sweat levels of Conrad Hardy and this gentleman. Is he sweating more or less
He's sweating
than-
more.
Roll for
Okay.
sweat.
And
So-
the motion that his jaw is making while eating is not entirely comfortable. Like there's something off about it. It's a little bit
Does he have
like
a newspaper?
mechanical, you know?
It's like a little more mechanical. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he does not have a newspaper with him. He's focusing on his food, which he has a lot of.
I feel that.
I'm gonna walk over to him and like, oh, there, excuse me, sir. I was just curious about the entree that you had ordered this morning because it looks quite fine, and I would like to order myself the same thing, and I want to be sure that I'm getting what I believe to be the most quality dish in here.
He it's like slowly on a swivel, like just rotates his head at you. And he's like, it's the country fried steak and eggs.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I've had a
You'll
few
love
country
it.
fried steaks in my day.
You'll
I hope
love
I
it.
do. Well, can I ask you, sir? I'm new to town here, and I appreciate the voluntary information about what would be the greatest breakfast item at this your establishment. I would also like to introduce myself. My name is Conrad Hardy. Put her there, pal.
He does a like swipe across like the top of his bald head and then down the side of his suit and then goes in for the handshake.
Horrible.
And it's
And you
there's
are,
like
sir.
there's the squish.
Ugh.
Just a quick.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh. Why must you hurt me so?
Oh, and I am my name is Sunny Egg.
Oh, Mr. Egg, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Mr.
Well,
Egg.
thank you so much.
Yes.
So I've been having a little bit of a time in this town meeting people. So I have to say, I certainly appreciate you talking to me. Can I ask you a few questions if you don't mind? Just as I get my feet wet in the water here, as they say.
Can I keep eating?
Absolutely, sir. I only
Wonderful.
need you to answer half the
Wonderful.
time.
Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So,
Let's cut over to the to the crystal and orbs shop, where PT Sinclair has called himself the world famous PT Sinclair. Scoop has seen his name in newspapers for his work fighting against like occult incidents, particularly in your line of work. You have seen his name before. That information is yours to do with what you will.
Okay. Oh, so you're that PT Sinclair.
The one, the one,
Really likes-
the world famous
The
PT Sinclair. Yes.
World famous PT Sinclair. Well, I have heard about you,
Yes. Yes. Everyone has.
but what is it you want me to write for you?
I have been thinking about this a lot,
Sure.
and I believe that my adventuring days are probably coming to a close given my age.
No.
But I would like to commemorate them in the form of a musical romp, possibly musical comedy, but with some drama peppered in about my life. And I need someone who can write, and I need someone who can write music, and I need a lot of things now that I'm thinking about it. But
Like help.
you are officially the only writer that I know. So
Well,
if you I would pay you handsomely as soon as we get it going and running and people buy tickets.
Mhm.
But because we're gonna be probably hemorrhaging until then. But
Bridgie.
I promise it will pay off later.
So I'm actually in town investigating the occult. So if you're here on similar reasons, that maybe we could collaborate on that. I don't think I'm quite the person you're looking for a madcap musical romp per se, but I am in the business of writing newspaper articles and educating the public on perhaps some of the occult goings on in this town. So if you have anything of that nature to share with me at this juncture, I would be very grateful. If not, I'm just gonna go investigate this ghost house.
I know many things.
Okay, so
about the occult. I've actually been featured in several news articles myself, as
yes,
you know.
I'm aware of what you've
Yes.
been featured in.
Right.
I'm just curious as to why you're here right now, and if you're currently investigating something, I would love to be a party to that.
I think the occult finds me, frankly. But if you need more convincing,
I don't
my
need more
end.
convincing. I'm
Then-
ready. I'm ready to go along with you.
then why don't you and I go and make an adventure together?
Yes.
This whole time, by the
Yes,
way,
let me stop you right there.
That we can write
Miss,
our musical about.
If you could, yes, hold on. If you could write down the location of that ghost house for me, just real quick.
I would
quick. Just
also
write it down
love
for
for
me.
you to
Excuse
do
me,
that.
sir. Yes, I'll be right with you, Miss.
What is she now?
If you could write down the ghost house and the family, and I will take that with me, and then I'm gonna go with this strange gentleman. And also, I'm gonna give you my name, and then I'll be staying in that hotel. And if you could just give them a call. If you could just give them a call later tonight
to make
sure I've checked in, that would be great. Thank you. It was a pleasure
she does
meeting
a wink and
Thank
a finger gun. And
Oh.
goes, you got it. And but also it's a motel. We don't have a hotel.
Can't stress enough that it is a motel.
If you could just write that down, and then also please do call them, because I I did not tell anyone I would be coming.
Let's go back to the diner.
Okay, so Sunny Egg, first I want to introduce you to my dear compatriot here. This is Mr. Robin Renard. Mr. Robin Renard, Mr. Sunny Egg.
He's like
kind of
nomming down, and he puts down his fork pretty hard, and then he does another one of those, like, slide his hand across his bald head,
God. Why is
down his suit, and then reach out his hand to you.
I do not I just simply look at him and nod, and then I aim my face away from him and towards any of the servers who might have stopped their conversation for a moment. But I give him like, hello, yes.
Shy friend you have there. And he starts shoveling down food again.
Oh, he certainly is sometimes. Oh, by the way, if the waitress happens to come by you and ask you if you're doing okay, we would certainly love a couple of coffees and an order myself. But that's only if she comes on by.
Oh,
so
no, don't worry about it. Sit down. Sit.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'll take a seat right here.
Down.
Thank you so much.
You too, little one. Sit down.
Oh,
hey,
Robin, come on over. We've got ourselves a new friend, the first friend that we've made in this town.
I sit so that Conrad is in between me and Sunny Egg.
Hey, lady, who's come here, lady.
Hey, lady.
No, he's saying lady.
I imagine he is like that, where he is just like, hey, you fucking like, give me food.
Gosh, son.
He looks over at both of you. He's like, don't worry, her name is Lady. Her name. It's Lady.
Really? Robin just goes, really?
Oh, I'm not that type of guy. Okay, look at me. Do I look like that type of guy?
I narrow my eyes when he says, do I look like that type of guy?
So, Mr. Egg, while we are getting the attention of the waitress, I would certainly like to ask you, like, there seems to be...
Hi, are you dining with Mr. Egg today?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. I'll take
Sure.
a coffee, what he's having, and my friend will have the exact same thing, unless he would like something different.
I'll start with a coffee. Thank you.
You don't want the meal?
Got any pancakes?
Would you like to make the coffee?
We do have pancakes. How many do you want?
I'll take 3 pancakes.
Only 3?
For now?
I'm gonna put you down for 5 pancakes. I'll be right back.
Robin goes, and eggs.
Oh, we don't.
She's like flitting away.
We don't have any eggs here.
Just like fried country steak and eggs. Like that's what he was eating.
I literally look over at Sunny Egg's order and see the eggs of the country.
Do I see? Yeah,
what do I see?
It's a country fried steak, and there is all of the biscuit gravy and shit, but you do not see any eggs next to it.
I kind of put my hand on Conrad's shoulder to like make sure, and I suit to like really see if there are any eggs, and I assume there's none.
There are no eggs.
I go, fucking, huh? I get, yeah, pancakes then.
Cool. 6
right.
pancakes coming right up.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Lady. We certainly do appreciate
Thanks, lady.
Lady. Okay.
Does she have a name tag, by the way?
Yeah, it says lady.
Okay, good. Okay.
So, Mr. Egg, the first thing I want to ask you a little bit, just between us girls here, is that I was curious about why everyone seems to be a little cagey about the town hall and the goings-on about the local government here.
Whoa. I invited you to sit next to me to have a meal. What are you talking? Want to talk about the mayor? I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay. That sounds perfectly fine. What would you like to talk about? What would be the appropriate topic of conversation? I don't want to be rude.
I guess nobody's ever asked me that. What do you do?
You don't talk to people here?
Oh, that's a certain shame. Well, I'm a bit of an odd jobs man myself. I used to work as an agent a little while ago for the federal government, but as you know, those things sort of fall out. So now I'm actually a bit of a poet.
I don't like poetry. Can't understand any of it. Can't understand any of it.
Oh, that's
Can't understand any of
okay.
it.
Well, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't put that about you. And I've always told it's rude to talk about yourself in the work, which is why I'd like to ask a little bit more about the town here.
What about the little one? What does he do?
Oh, my friend
Hey,
here?
Robin just slams a fist down because he's smaller than both of them, but he's not little. He goes, I am not little. Even though they are both bigger than me, I am not little.
A little one
I thought
speaks.
Robin was a girl.
Nope.
No.
He's
50-something-year-old guy at the daddy at this point, according to
Hugh Jack. He looks like Hugh Jackman.
So says the keeper.
I got Robin and Remy's.
Yes.
PT
Sinclair.
Sinclair calls Robin Renard Robert, and he calls Remy Robin.
Yeah. Welcome to my nightmare.
So don't fall for his charades. Exactly.
Okay.
I think I call Conrad Connor.
Yeah.
We'll be fixing that
but
soon.
not frequently.
So yeah, we were introducing my dear friend Robin Renard here. Tell him a little bit about yourself. I know it's rude, but I think we're giving you the stage here. And as they say, it's rude to not perform when the curtain goes up.
Well, you want me to talk?
I mean,
you? Me? Who's talking?
Robin.
You talk.
I'd
Talk
rather.
now.
I was gonna say. I go. My friend here is, some might say, overly polite and overly formal in his introductions and situations he finds himself in. I'm simply someone who, for now, wants to eat their 7 pancakes in peace. Although I am disappointed, Mr. Egg, that they don't seem to have any of you at this restaurant.
What do you mean? They got one of me right here.
Nice, dude.
Behold.
Slammed him.
Oh, we've got ourselves a comedian. You didn't tell us that you were the entertaining type.
Oh yeah, I like to think I'm the good egg in this town.
Oh, absolutely. You must show us where you do your little review sometime.
Robin
We'd love to go see
seethes
that.
at the.
No, I don't perform, sir. I'm just
What do
I just
you
like
do?
to eat I just like to go to work, eat my meals, and go home. I'm a simple man in a simple town.
What is that work, if I may ask?
I'm in the scrap metal business.
That a big industry here, or are you sort of
Nope.
lone wolf in that situation?
Definitely. I wouldn't call it lone wolfing it. Definitely alone.
I mean,
though.
you're here alone. You're here
Yes,
alone.
I'm the only one. Yeah. No. Yep.
So you are a lone wolf. So you're lone wolfing it then.
I wouldn't say
So you've
wolf.
lied to me now. You've
I
already
wouldn't say
lied to me.
wolf. I'd say lone. I'm alone. People don't take kind to y'all just using
wolf.
whatever language you want around here.
Oh, you must have forgive
Ooh.
my friend. He's had a little bit of a hard time adjusting to a new town, you know, the jitters and everything. And he's sort of those
Yeah.
folks that cage up a little bit. You must forgive him.
Mhm.
He's a really swell guy once you get to know him.
Sure.
Real peach.
Better add a few pancakes to that one than a little one.
You just see Robin's fists clenching on the counter as he's going up a little one.
Let's cut over to the Crystal and Orb
Oh my
shop.
Bandana Jones.
Yes, you got the address to the house.
All right. Excellent. So you will be calling then, because I just want to make
can't stress
triple
enough.
sure
Sorry, you
that
want
you-
me to call the motel,
the motel
and tell them what?
later tonight and just inquire as to whether Scoop McCutchen checked in.
And what do I do if you didn't?
I don't know. Just please do it. Maybe call the authorities.
Miss McCutchen, I will be completely honest with you. You may not be checking back in. I don't know. That happens pretty often. There is not much that I or anyone here can do about that.
So you have no faith in the local authorities. That's interesting. I'll be adding that to my report as well.
I have faith that they will do what they were designed to do.
Ooh.
Interesting. Just do me a favor, just lady to lady, if we could make that call. But thank you so much for your information, and I will be going with this strange gentleman.
Sure
Well,
thing, Miss
now.
McCutchen.
Could
Thank
you
you so much, and
could you
maybe
just-
we'll talk later too.
If you want to stop by, I will be here. I'm here every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every day.
Perfect.
I will
I hope I will see you again.
I'll meet you. I
Or
will
a
meet
sunrise.
you out front.
Why don't we just walk together?
I will-
I'm
because-
available now.
I would like I just want to have a quick
He needs another
You
private
want
chat.
some time to yourself?
Quick
Pedal
Bandana
sesh.
just a quick mow with Ben with this lovely human.
Oh, so you want me to leave?
I just for a
Excuse
for
me,
a
sir. Sir, you can't make anybody leave the shop.
No, I'm not. Well, here's
I'm not
the thing.
making them.
I can make people leave the shop.
Well, I'm not saying you should do that.
I'm saying
just
that
saying
you should probably
that-
leave this woman alone
Well, we
and let her
are.
do what she wants to do.
No, that's fine. We are planning on leaving this establishment.
So
in
let's
tow.
leave then.
Well, I would like to speak with this person. I would like to confide in this person really quickly without you here.
Miss
But I
McCutchen,
do.
why don't you come stay with me
Well,
and we can talk a little bit about how I run the shop. Maybe you can do an interview or something and this gentleman
Yeah.
can finish his business and move on.
I mean that sounds. Yeah. Are you offering me a room to stay in?
I am not.
Oh, okay, then no. No, but thank you for your
Of
kind
course.
offer.
If
I'm assuming you get this kind of thing all the time and you know how to deal with this.
I
but
get all sorts of things all the time,
Yeah.
but if you need
So-
any help,
yeah.
even if you need to secretly tell me that you need any help for whatever reason,
All right.
I'll
Well,
be here.
I'm good for now, but if later I come by and I happen to be blinking an awful lot, then just understand.
I'm
that.
incredibly
Blinking.
bored and
Write that
not
down.
interested in
gonna
assaulting
leave.
anyone or
I'm
whatever.
going to go onto the street now, and sir, you better follow after me real quick if you still want to do business. If not, I will take it elsewhere.
That
All
sounds
right, I am
very
a
good.
seasoned journalist at this point, and I'm looking.
I think we both know
Story.
that for the sake of
Sir,
your career.
I'm gonna be on the street. I don't want to talk to you
I-
anymore
I
right
thi-
now.
I think we both know you have no intention of leaving without me, as I am your only ticket to a story in this town. I will
That's
s-
clearly
will-
not true. I have
will
a
see
paper.
you.
I have a paper with a different lead right now, sir.
I will see you, if nothing else, at that ghost house because I would
Oh.
I would like to see some ghosties.
No, I'm gonna
Oh.
wait on the street for 3 minutes.
I
Okay.
will wait on this
This-
street for
I-
3 minutes.
This didn't have to take this long. We could have been done already. Like a long time ago.
This
I've
whole
turned
time-
around and I have left. I've
Bandana
left
Jones,
the
by the way,
store.
the entire time y'all are talking, she's just been like smiling, hands on the counter, just like looking back and forth.
I'm going to the street.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Miss Jones, is that correct?
Yes.
Anyway, you know me,
No.
world
Oh.
famous PG Sinclair.
Do a fame, bro.
Yes, ma'am. Bruh.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Fucking
I
crushing this role.
may have perused your name in some of my occult literature.
Yes. I know. Everyone has. So
Everyone
the
has.
one thing that many people, in fact, no one knows about me, is that I am linked to the supernatural in a way that I can't quite explain, and I would like to learn how to hone
Are you just...
in a sense. And I believe that you may be able to help me with that.
You want to be taught the ways of the medium.
Oh.
Yes.
My God.
I have experienced some ability to hypnotize others in a pinch, as well as the ability to clairvoy, as we have all decided is a verb.
You know, that
Collectively.
sir, is extremely interesting.
Yes.
Are you staying at the motel?
The Motel Hotel Holiday Inn, yes.
Which room?
Oh.
305.
305. It is now canonly. I
Pitbull. Goes out to you, buddy.
Represent the 305.
I am familiar with.
My room too, damn it.
I do happen to be in contact with an organization that might be able to help you.
Well, so that sounds.
Doesn't like that.
So the reason I wanted her to leave is because she's a journalist who would definitely want to write a story about my supernatural abilities that I'm not entirely interested in getting out into the public eye, as I already am. Very much so.
That's how you solve all
world.
those mysteries, is with your clairvoyant abilities.
That's how we do it.
Well, I'm also just a good adventurer.
And you
I
didn't
think.
have a partner the whole
As
I'm
time.
sure you're very good at it.
Thank
So
you.
I will let them know that you're in room 305.
Well, hold
and
on.
I would expect a call
Who-
tonight.
So wait, so who can I know about who? I understand that this is kind of on me for entrusting
You just
this-
sort of gave it away.
this information to an entire stranger. But I would just like to know any information about the people who you're telling my dark secret to.
They will be reaching out
Cool.
tonight. You should receive a phone call with instructions for your first rendezvous.
Oh,
When you tell them, can you not tell them my name, but tell them that it's Mr. 305 in room 305? Please.
Yes,
Please, I need this. Thank you.
Mr. 305.
Thank you.
I will tell them. I will not mention that the world famous PT Sinclair.
Yes.
I will
yes,
call you
yes,
Mr.
yes.
305.
Thank you
I
very
will tell
much.
the psychics that your
Yeah,
name
the
is Mr.
clairvoyance that you're.
305. I understand.
Perfect. Exactly how I wanted this conversation to go.
I believe your friend is waiting for you.
I'm gonna buy this book from you, by the way.
Okay. You
Which book?
The book
the
book on
The alchemy book.
the alchemy book. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
the camera pops over to the cover of the alchemy book, and it's like, it's clearly it's like a little beaker, but it's got a happy face and like arms and legs.
Really quick, can we call it chemicals? More like camel can.
Okay.
It's the fuck.
We're gonna say it's something close to that. It's some kind of cheesy shit line like that.
Alchemy, let me help alka you.
Oh,
That's the tagline.
Let's.
Definitely.
I think it's probably alchemy with alcheu.
There we
that
go.
one. Yes,
Yeah.
I would
And
buy
it's-
that.
And then
one.
it's got like the beaker guy, like,
Having fun.
yeah, he's got like the Mickey Mouse gloves and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got black lines for limbs and Mickey Mouse gloves.
Yeah, there's like a publisher, like, it's like a full printed, like, in publication book. It is not like a secret occult text.
So I'm gonna walk outside to where Scoop is. What? I'm sorry.
So that's where we're gonna leave it
Okay.
for intermission. We're gonna take a few minutes and be right back. Give me 1 second, and we will
Goodbye. See you in a
all
second.
soon.
Don't leave.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm opening up Firefox instead of playing this game. Hold on. Zoom.
Oh, dear.
I'm all good.
Don't you hate it when your foxes are all on fire?
Yes.
So, back at the diner, what was happening?
So I believe we got our plates of delicious country fried steak and 7 to 97 pancakes.
It was 8 pancakes. He gets a stack of 8 pancakes.
That's the
Okay.
standard stack.
So Robin, I think we should scarf this down and start making our plans for this evening.
You don't get dessert if you don't finish your
I
pancakes.
don't even use a knife and fork because there's 8 pancakes on my plate, and I just rip off a piece of the top pancake and shove it in my mouth and enjoy it. Is it good?
I want to be very clear. They have not pre-poured the syrup. Are you eating dry pancake right now?
Like a psychopath.
Oh, then no, sorry. I will pour syrup on. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, then second question, you're putting your bare hand into syrup.
There
To
is
get-
also okay. I can't stress enough. There are dry portions of pancakes with syrup on them.
Not the way I eat them,
eat
buddy. Yeah, I was about to say.
Well,
absolutely not.
I
I
well,
flip
Robin
the
Renard
pancakes to
has
make
some
sure I got even
self-control
coverage.
when it comes
my
to
real
syrup.
life is clearly biasing how Robin eats pancakes, so he will use a fork and knife to eat the pancakes.
No, I just need to understand how you're eating the
No,
pancake.
that is clear.
Okay, are you doing one?
I will just start eating my pancakes.
Is it one pancake at a time, or are you doing fork, knife all the way down the stack? Those are two different styles of
It's
eating pancakes.
one pancake at a time, because there's 9 pancakes there.
What?
It's 8. but
We're nearing how do you brush your teeth level of conversation right now.
This is a fiction.
Okay,
this is all canon now.
Mr. Egg. I
His name
appreciate
is
you.
Mr. Egg, and we're worried about how I eat pancakes.
I appreciate you telling us about the scrap business. Would you mind telling me about where I could find your business if I ever find some extra metal that I need to quickly dispose of?
Oh, where all the best businesses are, right outside of town.
Oh, I thank you so much. I've noticed that a few addresses in this town are just outside of it.
Well, I need a little bit more land for all the scrap metal,
I understand you.
You know?
Oh, I do know. I believe I know what you know. If it is what you know, is the same thing that I think you know.
What are you getting at?
Oh, that I know what you know. I know.
Nobody knows what I know.
Well, if
So why
nobody
don't
knows
you
what
tell
you
me
know,
what
then
you
it's
think
hard
you
to
know.
Oh, I believe that you need more land for all the scrap metal.
Do you have a yard? Do you have a scrap yard?
That's a
Or
good.
do you
That's a
just-
good man. I like this one. Bring him a stack of pancakes too.
Oh, I
What was that
appreciate
little
that.
one? Nothing.
Never.
Nothing.
Never mind.
Shy still. That's okay.
Okay.
Man.
I would
You'll grow
like
into it.
above table. I would like to speed up our eating thing and kind of get out of this diner. Just kind of eat and then flag her down, Miss Lady, to get the bill.
Cool. Y'all are in the process of doing that.
I would like to take you. You have a name, I think.
It's Scoop.
Scarlet. Let's go.
No.
There's a
No,
diner.
I'm sorry. It's Scoop.
There's a
we're not
diner
moving past
nearby with I have some friends. We're very close.
All
We've
right,
been
and
friends
then
for a long
you're
time.
going to disclose to me what sort of occult situation you've been investigating here in town, right?
Yeah, yes.
I just don't want to lose the thread as to why I'm following you here. I
Well-
am very interested in the occult and
yes.
only the occult.
Right.
So if you don't
Love
have
that. Loving it.
anything like that to
I
share with
have
me,
to
I
offer.
will.
I have
will
many
be moving
stories.
on.
I have many stories, including ones that we are currently involved in.
Okay. All right.
But one
right,
of the see, I'm willing to help you with your thing if you help me with my thing. My
Which
thing
is
is experiencing new things because I don't like to dwell on the past.
all right. I
Also-
just want to be very clear. I
And
just want to be
also-
very clear from the beginning that I'm
Yes.
not going to do anything sexual with you. Like
I no
a
one
blanket statement. I
No
am
one-
not. I will not be doing anything of
you've
no.
yes,
Oh,
great.
no.
Above table,
No.
above table. That is kind of where your language is going
yeah,
here, pal.
I just want to
Oh.
be completely not above table, I suppose.
No,
I want to be completely
above board.
clear
I
that
would
I
also
will only be investigating the occult with you, sir.
I would also like to make
He's-
that same thing very clear.
He's so old,
I am incredibly old. And-
especially for the time.
And look,
Like-
I have friends who are old who are still active in that way, not me. And I'm fine with that. I
Canon.
have my adventures, and that's what I'm into. That's where
Your
PT
adventures.
gets his rocks off.
Stop.
So
Facts I didn't need to know about PT Sinclair. This is all
This is an
happening
R-rated
in
version of South Pacific.
front of Bandana Jones, Crystal, and Orbs.
Let's go to the diner
Let's-
with your friends.
I would like to introduce you to
Like,
my
they're
friends
more normal than you are.
who are also entrenched in the same things that I am. I think they would be interested to hear about our ghost house that we discovered together as a team. Let's go.
Okay.
Yep. So Conrad and Robin, y'all
Yes.
pay your tab.
Mhm.
Do I
Thank you,
only
lady.
speak in bar talk? What is it? Is it still called that in normal?
Check. You paid your check.
Yeah,
Check.
check.
Oh my god.
Tab.
You
We gotta talk about
Sunny
this.
Egg. Sunny Egg probably has a tab running at that diner. Let's be
Sure,
honest.
Yes.
but that's for like 40,000
Sunny
eggs that
Egg
don't exist.
always pays his check. while he's
Only
on
the
it.
exact amount, though.
No tip.
Oh, Mr. Egg, it was certainly a pleasure
He's
speaking with
not
you
a-
today. And we will certainly be by your scrapyard just outside of town if ever we have the need to dispose of scrap metal.
Why don't you give me a call anytime?
Oh, that sounds great. Would you mind just writing down your phone number for me really quick, perhaps on this napkin here, and I'll be sure to give you a call if ever we need your services.
He writes his
People
phone
have
number down.
personal phone numbers in
Yeah,
the
like business
30s.
phones.
Yeah.
It's for I mean it's
And for the work, too. Like, yeah, definitely.
I
Or do you
assume.
just
Home
ask
line.
the operator for them?
We're past that point. The development of the phone number is actually a fun history, but I don't.
Oh,
want to
cool,
go into it
cool,
here.
Yes.
Everyone hit him with the keep going, though.
All
But
right.
also,
Uh,
I can't stress enough above table. Robin Renard has been called the little one this whole time. Robin Renard's size, this is out of 100, is 90. 90 out of 100.
He's actually bigger than
He
me.
is bigger than.
but it's overall. And
I
not
know,
in
but just I'm
rotundas.
saying.
What's my size?
I just
Oh,
anyway. Sorry, I
my
just wanted to make
size
that
is very
clear to the
small.
audience.
Yeah, so
understand my
Robin
boiling
is like
frustration.
tall and well built. He's
I'm
not
tall and more
he's not
lanky, yeah, than
pick-swicky.
anything
Yeah,
else.
no. This is a different thing that this was attached to. So y'all are leaving the restaurant, and on your way
Mhm.
out, you run into Scoop and PT Sinclair, who are walking in your direction.
Scarf, these are my friends.
Oh, why, hello there, PT. It is a pleasure to see you.
Hello.
PT, did you?
Ah, shit.
What happened this
Ca-
time?
What?
What
I
happened
found
this
it-
time?
I found
and I
this-
I just point accusingly at Scoop, and I go, "What did you do this time?"
I found this person. She's gonna help me write a musical, but also we have a lead on a house that has
What?
ghosts in it, and I'm into
Oh.
that.
Oh, why, hello there. My name is Conrad Hearty. It is a pleasure to meet you, miss.
Well, hi. My name is Scoop McCutchen, and I discovered the ghost house that I may or may not go to by myself.
Believe it or not, we picked a little bit up of that from context
Yeah.
from what PT said, but it is
I
a
would-
pleasure to meet you.
I would call it a
it's lovely to
collaborative
meet you.
effort. That's fine.
Sure, you would,
You.
wouldn't it?
This is the fourth of our fifth. This is Robin Renard. Mr. Robin,
Yeah.
you should introduce yourself to the fine lady.
I put a hand on. I go, Robin, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Scoop McCutchen.
Great.
You have a girl's name.
And I do. I looked at PT and I kind of go,
Canon.
"Is this the same collaboration that we did when we killed that vampire nest? Is that what you're saying? That same collaboration where you sat in the car for the whole time?"
where I did
Ooh.
most of the work, and then
Oh, yeah.
someone else came in at the 5-yard line, and,
You-
and yeah.
So y'all went and investigated vampires. Was that here?
No, I wasn't
No,
part
no,
of that. I'm so sorry.
That
Con- I
don't be
kinda
sorry,
just-
Connor. It's okay.
That's okay. Call me Connor one more time. I dare you.
I put a hand on both of their shoulders and I go, "So, Scoop, just so you know." And I kind of do a double tap on Conrad's shoulder. I go, "He's very polite." And then I put a tap on PD Sinclair. He will not remember a name to save his life. Okay, I have been Robert to him for the past 30 years. I just want you to know that.
All right.
I
Well,
don't
that's
under- I
that's
don't
good to know.
understand.
Tell me about this ghost house, though.
So I am an occult reporter. I investigate the occult in various locations, and I have been given a lead by the proprietor of a shop nearby that says that there is a recently vacated house that has been so vacated because of paranormal ghost activity. So I was going to go ahead and interview the family that vacated said house and also go investigate the house myself. But if y'all are a bunch of occult or paranormal investigators, then maybe y'all might want to tag along.
In a previous life, I have been an investigator, and we are in the market for a little bit of a home here. As much as I appreciate the accoutrement of the motel at the moment, things are getting a little bit cramped.
They haven't brought any new occupants to the home, right? It's still abandoned.
No, as far as I've been able to tell, they have the human occupants have vacated while the ghosts have sort of set up shop.
I kind of looked at Conrad with his, and I kind of just like, sure, like that sounds not bad.
Well,
Why don't we
sounds
check
like
this
we
place
have an
out?
adventure.
Yeah. Why don't we check this place out?
So do you want to go straight to the home, or I also have the family's number, and for the sake of my
Well, as
article-
my dear old Ma used to tell me, the best way to take an action is directly. So I would like to go directly to the house without any sort of deviations.
All
It
right.
sounds lovely.
Well, all right then. Maybe if I don't see any reason to go. I mean, I still have all my bags with me, but we might be staying the night.
We can certainly stop by our motel and drop off your bags. How impolite of us. Peachy,
Literally,
how
no
dare
one
you.
else stays there except us so far. So
Oh, all right. Well,
yeah, you could.
You do not
Oh.
know that.
Oh,
I'm in
okay.
room 305. It's a very funny joke.
I'm
Well,
on.
maybe-
Why do
I
you
would like
keep?
to be in any other room, maybe far away
That's-
from 305.
That's
maybe,
fair.
perhaps.
I, as someone who stays in number 305, I would also like to stay far away.
So
from
as I
Oh.
remember correctly now, we actually have 3 rooms. The one that belongs to Mr. Renard here and Mr. Sinclair here, as well as one that belongs to myself and one that belongs to our one female compatriot named Remy McSquemmy, who you will meet at a later date, I'm sure.
All right, sir. Are you saying you filled up the motel? Or are you just
No,
talking
we're
about the
saying that
rooms for no
possibly the most
reason?
appropriate
Maybe
room.
we should just go to the motel.
Let's just
Yes,
go to
I
the
believe
motel.
Let's just go and-
Let's go
Let's
drop
just
off my
check you
bags
in.
Just get
quickly
you
and
a
check in,
room.
and then pay for the room and then go to this house.
Do
How
any of you have a car?
No, we were
Okay.
just walking.
So you all just start your walk. It's probably getting
Back.
close to noon.
oh,
Back to the motel.
okay.
So when we get to the motel, can we drop some bags off and boogie onto the ghost house
Yes.
here?
I would-
Like,
Yeah,
I'd
let's
like
do
to
that.
speed that up. Yeah.
Yep. You drop them off, and then you just start.
Wait, I want to leave a note with the front desk person.
Bandana Jones calls.
Okay, and then y'all start your walk over to the ghost house.
if I may ask, sorry, I'm in Conrad's voice. If I can ask, is this the address of this house just outside of town?
No,
Oh,
It's in town.
Whoa.
just
in
inside of town.
there are a few neighborhoods.
Yeah.
There's the main section in town in the center, and there are some different residential areas surrounding, and then there's more on the outskirts, other businesses and such.
Like scrap metal and such.
And the bus stop
The bus.
and
good.
old McDonald's
And Old McDonald's farm.
barn where
Barn. Sorry.
the
of course.
hootenanny was. He does also have a farm,
But that's
where the
irrelevant to the
barn
barn hootenanny situation.
to be honest, that is where the barn was. But
I mean, yeah.
we
I-
only talked about the barn, so I just wanted
no,
to
you're
be
right. You're right. You're right.
perfectly
You're right.
clear.
You're right.
But no, this is
I'm-
one of the nicer, not nicest residential areas. They have some of the larger houses,
Okay.
and this is just on the middle of any of the random residential streets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I see a house here that is painted a bright yellow, and then a house 2 from that to the right painted a bright pink, and there's one with a dark gray with a totally black shingles. Is that the one we are speaking of right now?
If one person leaves their car outside, but one of them always parks in the garage, who robbed the first? No.
I'll allow it. Yes, it is the
Sorry,
gray
I
house
wanted-
with the black
wanted to
shingles.
I wanted to sneak that in there.
Go
like,
for it.
Like Gru's house in Despicable Me.
Yes, exactly like that.
That's the reference.
We need to look up a
Or
picture.
the Adams Family, I guess.
I'm
would be
thinking
more-
more Addams
That might have
Family.
been a little more apt, but
I wasn't thinking Gru's house from Despicable Me. I was thinking more Addams
Despicable
Family.
Me.
What are we looking at? House wise,
I
besides
was
what Taylor
gonna say a
described.
house.
Yeah.
It is fairly large. I mean, in real life, it's probably like a mansion, but in movie stuff, it's just like a normal house. Because mansions.
Oh,
end
yeah,
up being,
'cause, yeah,
huge.
well-
Like Kevin McAllister just lives in a
It's just
Yeah,
a normal house. Yeah,
Well, as
it's
my
like-
dear old mom told me, no one's gonna answer the door if you don't knock and say hello. So I just walk right up and knock.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, it's like think Neibold house from it.
Oh, okay.
No, like spooky.
Is it sorry?
Gonna
Is it
be
decrepit?
bigger on? No. It
Okay, okay.
like it's colored like it's gonna be bad, but
But
people
it's-
just live there, so it's not decrepit yet.
Perfect. Thank you. So Conrad knocked on the door.
Knocks on the door, no answer.
Would clairvoyance?
Let me just
help
try
you?
the door.
Oh, I'm gonna try the door.
It is
I guess
locked.
I say out loud.
All right. Can I go to? Are there front-facing windows?
Yes.
Can I go to a window and see if a window is open?
Roll your luck.
Uh,
I want to reiterate every single one of these questions I'm coming up with on the fly.
As-
It is an entirely improvised.
I do not know what is inside
Game.
this house.
I did fail the luck.
The windows that you checked are all locked.
Okay.
There's no sign. Are there any signs
I'm
on the front
gonna-
yard?
There's
gonna
a for sale
lock-
sign.
Can I locksmith a little bit? Can I see
Yes.
if I can like Jimmy open the door?
Absolutely.
And I charm my.
I
way
also
through
failed
Oh.
I want to make it very clear to everybody that your natural locksmithing ability is 1.
One.
So Emily was
Out of
expecting,
Out of
100.
100.
Emily was expecting to roll a 1, and she rolled a 48.
I gave it a shot. You know.
Spend
I
47
appreciate-
luck
I
to
get
try
that.
it.
You can push it. So Emily, you may not be aware, but the rules in Call of Cthulhu now are you can push a roll, which means in this case, like you basically would try to like force it.
Mhm.
So you get to roll again, but the second time, if you fail, something bad happens. Like the consequences are worse if you fail after pushing.
I'm not gonna push it.
Would a skill titled Frontier Survival help me
Why
unlock
would
a
they-
door?
No.
I disagree.
So
but that's
I'm gonna turn to
Carpentry?
the.
Are you gonna break down the door piece by piece and then rebuild it?
board by board.
Is there a window immediately next to the door?
Yes.
I pick up a
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. So we got to do the rock and the
Don't have to
inside
do that.
thing. Why
We
not?
don't have to do that.
There's ghosties.
Is there a phone
Robert, there's
number
no humans
or a
in
name
there.
on the for sale sign?
It's all ghosties, my friend.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. There might be some sort of old timey realtor that
Is
we
there-
could.
They're having this conversation while PT Sinclair has
Yeah,
rock
he's
in
just
hand.
hefting a rock in his. He's choosing between their rocks.
All right. All right. so
Conrad
let's
Hearty
look-
is just
let's
gonna
look-
lean into PT. Go ahead. PT.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do
no.
it there?
Let's look at this here.
What do you have to lose?
Let's look at this
I
here
throw
for
the
sale
rock
sign. No,
I throw
Pete,
the
No,
rock.
we're,
Sinclair-
we're
Have
talking about it, and he's
PT
throwing,
Sinclair has elected
Exactly,
to throw
yeah,
the
yeah.
rock.
The
I
rock
have
has been thrown.
Roll your throw skill.
I have
Oh,
the family's number.
Yeah. Please bang it against the.
You missed the small
Yeah,
window next to
he
the
just-
door.
There you go, sport.
If you
I
want,
guess that's what you had to lose was my
All right.
respect for
All
you.
right. This is what I propose.
Sorry,
This
to
is
be-
what I
That up for
propose.
me?
Hold on.
to be clear, if you do want to force the rock through the window, you can pick it up and like go right up to the window and just like
Smash the
point
window.
blank smash it in. But from
I
a
would-
distance, you can't necessarily pull that.
I would
in.
like to do that.
No.
Okay, so he's on his way to do that. What does Scoop have to say?
You got
Okay.
5
Scoop
seconds.
is
to
gonna
start.
put her hand on the rock in his hand.
So you walk over to PT
All right,
Sinclair
you-
and put your hand over his hand while he tries
Yes.
to pick up a rock.
You
Yes.
were making the physical contact rule that I agreed to. I don't know what this is now,
All right.
but I'm uncomfortable.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna
What do
say.
we do? What's happening
This-
here?
No.
Ooh.
None of that. No. Everyone shut up. So this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, I know the number for the family that is selling this house.
Is there a lockbox that we
if
can?
we, there may not be, I don't know what that is, sir, but
Fair.
if you allow me to try to contact this family and potentially pose as buyers of this house, we may gain access without causing any property damage.
Then we would have to wait around for them to come
Yeah,
here.
well, the thing is,
Have a
I really
need
can't
for
publish
speed.
anything. I can't publish anything unless I exhaust every legal opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and contact the family to see if they can't lend us a key as opposed to just smashing all the windows.
I'm going to walk around the back of the building.
Yeah, you're going to do whatever you want. It seems fairly clear.
Well, I feel as though that any of the neighbors would have a telephone that they'd be more than happy to let a perfectly polite stranger like yourself to use.
Yeah.
You
so
go do that. I
I'm
have
gonna
a date with a ghost. I'm going to go around the back of the
Alright.
building.
So maybe you two here, strong gentlemen, might be able to restrain your aged friend while I go next door and make use of the telephone.
No one
How
touch
about
me.
that?
Robin
All right, I'm
he
gonna go
is
next
very
door.
old.
I'm gonna go next door.
Okay, so Scoop McCutchen is traveling next door to.
Let it be known that she's very charming.
She's
that is
extremely.
everyone. When Scoop McCutchen is talking, please assume she is quite charming in the way she's
Okay.
delivering those
I
lines.
am.
Got it.
It's that accent.
You're going over. I found her quite charming. You're
Charmed,
going
I'm
over
sure, yeah.
to go speak to a neighbor to try to use their telephone. Is that correct?
Yeah.
PT Sinclair is walking around the back of the house for
I'm
reasons
going to-
so far undisclosed.
I'm going to see if the back door is unlocked.
You don't need to yell up to God what you were doing. Robin and Conrad, what are you two doing?
I'm
you
going
there,
to
God? It's
look
me,
into the
PT.
side of.
You know
I'm gonna
me.
look into the window that PT was unable to break and take a little. See if I can spot anything hidden there,
Oh, nice.
Oh, you're peeking
or
into the
perhaps
window?
just take a quick peek underneath the doormat at the same time to see if there is a key.
Oh,
Is
shit.
spot hidden?
Spot-
Yep,
Yes.
that's why I said it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, do
Just spot
wait,
something
which one are you
hidden.
doing first? The peeking or the
Spot hidden through the window.
you failed your spot hidden roll, so you don't see anything. It's like too dark and dim to see inside. Do a luck roll to peek under the mat to see if there's a key left.
Oh.
And
Oh.
you succeed, and there is a key under the mat.
Oh, boys! When I hold up the key, and just let
Is-
ourselves in.
Is
If
Scoop
the
still?
back door is locked, I'll come back, but
When-
I'm going to go check the back door.
When you say "Oh boys," PT Sinclair and Scoop McCutchen hear you.
Oh.
Oh.
It is up to them whether they turn around and come join you.
Did you
I turn
find a
around.
key? I'm already like most of the way around the house. Can you just come unlock the back door? I'm more than happy. It would take me more time to walk back to you than it would for me to walk to the back door. I'll meet you at the back door.
So
Temporal
no one responds
questions
to him.
aside.
There's no response. There is
Okay.
no response as we walk inside.
So you turn the key and you
Yeah,
open
I
the door, and
follow.
it does the. There are now two doors. They go.
Oh, no, two doors!
French doors. I like it.
Yeah. I mean,
So we walk inside, and I immediately make for the back to open up the back door for PT Sinclair.
Okay. Well, when you walk in, I can. From the house is definitely bigger on the inside than it was on the outside. This is not
boy.
a supernatural affair. This is like a movie magic affair.
I see.
It just is like a classic haunted house on the inside. We're talking about you open the double doors and there's the chandelier and the staircase that goes up that does the double.
Oh yeah, cobwebs everywhere.
No, because people
Recently
just
lived
Recently lived in.
yes. So unfortunately,
Horrible
everything is-
maintenance on this place.
has been cleaned, but no cobwebs.
What a shame.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk to the back and just open the door for PT Sinclair.
Oh my God, should we all buy this house and live in it together?
I
You all-
mean,
As you all are speaking, you'll get past the front doors and they close shut.
Oh, what a convenient feature that is. Like automatic doors. What a fabulous thing. Perhaps we should put them at most major retail
I'm
locations.
sorry, like what?
that doesn't seem very automatic to me. Seems
Well,
very
seeing that it happened
purposeful.
of its own accord, literally and etymologically, it would be automatic.
I once bought cigarettes out of an automat.
PT Sinclair, you arrive at the back door.
Hello? Please?
The back
Please
door
open.
on its own, single door, goes, and opens up for you.
What service?
If nobody cares.
Don't mind if I do.
No.
Do you walk?
I don't know if that was a person or a ghost, but
Are you
I'm
walking
flattered
in?
either way.
Do you
Yes,
go inside?
I go in.
Okay, you are entering into the like a kitchen area,
Okay.
and the door also behind you slams shut.
Again, this is just chivalry at its finest.
It's getting better by the minute.
So, Conrad, Hearty, you're trying to make your way to the back, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that there's definitely like a hallway down the side, one of like the sides of the main staircase that's like heading towards the back of the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through that.
Okay. You do find your way to the kitchen where you see BT Sinclair already inside.
Oh, well, I'm glad that back door was open.
I was just having a snack. I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing.
What are you eating?
I just found some dry crackers.
That exasperation was amazing.
I needed something salty. I apologize. Do you want some?
No.
Do a luck
Okay.
roll.
No, I really.
All right.
They're actually
Oh my god!
He got
rolled
an
an
extreme
extreme
success.
completely delicious crackers. They're very tasty. They're
They're
fresh.
so good.
I
They're
don't know
so
what-
good.
Okay,
Really.
well, in
You
that
should
case,
have them.
oyster crackers are my favorite, so
I
I'll
was gonna-
certainly take a handful
Yes.
of them.
Here, take half.
No. What
This
is PT Sinclair's favorite type of cracker?
My favorite kind of cracker is Ritz.
That's,
Cannon.
That they're Ritz crackers from some. I don't know how old Ritz crackers are.
But
They-
they're
old
as
enough.
shit.
In this universe, they're from the 30s.
Well, no, they might be from like some special local cracker maker, right?
That's true.
Name like Fritz on the Ritz.
I don't know who makes these crackers, but they taste just like Ritz and they're amazing.
They make me feel like I'm at the Ritz Carlton. Is what I would.
Perhaps we should call them Ritz.
Yes, they're delicious crackers. That's the point.
I've not noticed anything ghostly so far. I've just experienced
1934.
That's perfect. They have to buy new
Perfection.
crackers.
I've just noticed some very kind door habits so far. Do you know of any way to call for specters?
Well, the only way I know to call for anybody is to be much like a straight line between 2 points, and that is to be direct. So, hello, ghosts. My name is Conrad, and this is my associate, PT Sinclair. And there are two of my associates named Robin Renard in the other room, and it's a new lady who's just joined our coterie named McCutchen. Scoop
Oh, it's
McCutchen.
Scooch. Thank you. We got it.
We
now.
would like to announce ourselves just to be polite.
May I use listen to try to hear any sort of
Yes, you may.
activity? Okay, cool. Where's listen? All right.
Oh,
I heard
You do actually way off in the distance hear two voices very faintly whispering to each other,
Mm.
and they're just like, "Who the fuck are these people? Like, what the fuck? Like, the last people were totally fucking normal, right? Like,
Can
people seem out
I?
of some sort of bizarre adventure book. Like, it's a comedy improv troupe. Like, what the fuck?
Can I hear a direction that may have been coming from?
It actually concerns you that you cannot. It is.
Okay.
Oh.
It is not like mortally located. There is some sort of like
just
far
sort of-
off ethereal sound. from-
Oh. All right. I'm gonna have my camera at the ready.
You
Yo.
of course, you would
I'm
have
ready
a
my
camera.
camera.
Yeah. Well, I have
What
my
do
camera
cameras
ready.
look like in the 1930s? Anybody?
Exactly what you're imagining.
I can imagine a lot
With
of things.
with the
Old timey black with the lens on the front with the
No,
big bulb and
the
the
flash
shine, the
bulb.
flash
Okay.
bulb. Yeah.
Like
Not
like,
not the
Not
stay
the-
perfectly still for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
not the gunpowder ones, but like a
Yeah.
real light bulb. It's Edison's invented that shit
Yeah.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
the
saw
one that like
Great
bursts
Gatsby.
the light bulb open.
Yeah.
You can definitely have a flashbulb one. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I have a
Does yours
flash
does
bulb.
yours have that awesome flash bulb?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it's the only way to have it.
Oh yeah. Photography.
I can't just
You
choose
could,
to
yeah.
have an iPhone 10 right now. Like,
We can work towards it.
Especially
wait,
if
iPhone
she's a
10s don't
reporter.
exist, do they?
Especially if she's a reporter, she can either have a small one or a big one. But basically, yeah,
You
they're
got a
available.
big one.
Obviously.
Yeah.
A good old Kodak.
I'm from the middle of nowhere, West Virginia.
Is that
so-
you're
No,
Oh!
canonically, the town I'm from is called Doesn't Matter.
Good.
West Virginia.
good?
Tremendous.
We're here to do some ghost stuff. I'm eradicating the ghosts from this place so that the rightful owners can come back home. Ghosts, show yourselves now. We're taking you out. We're putting you in cuffs. We're getting you out of here. It's done. You can't be here any longer. I appreciate you opening the door for me.
I'm sorry,
and
but
closing
this,
it
does
behind
this
me.
old man, is he trying to fight ghosts right now?
Well, I believe he's widely trying to bust the ghosts.
Let me
As in
at
to
him.
bust them wide open.
Oh,
P-
well,
can PT Sinclair roll fame?
No.
That's three. That's
Uh,
3 successes on that roll so far.
I want to be very clear that PT Sinclair only has like a 27% chance
He
of
he
people
has
recognizing him, and they've
less than a
recognized him
third of a chance. And
every single
everyone's
time
right.
so far.
I've like rolled a 26, a 22, and a 23.
It's
Uh,
fucking atrocious.
Scoop McCutchen, you hear those voices whispering like, "Holy shit, is that PT Sinclair? Yeah, he's
No.
world famous." Oh,
No.
I'm going to choose
he
to
doing
withhold
here?
this information from PT Sinclair.
if he's here, we're fucked. Like we can't be.
No,
Do I know how to deal with ghosts? Can I roll something to figure out how to handle
You can.
ghosts?
I believe we gave you an occult, some sort of mythos or occult skill to.
I also
I
have
have-
a cult skill. May I roll for the same thing?
Cthulhu
I have-
Deal
Mythos
with
is what we
ghosts?
got a boost to.
Yeah, I have 13 to Cthulhu Mythos
So
and
to our-
5 to Occult.
To our audience, some of the members that have been alive for long before this show started, and-
Old.
yeah, who are very old in the decades since, we've assumed they've naturally gathered some level of Cthulhu Mythos, which helps them like automatically know some things about the supernatural. Occult. If you have an occult skill, Scoop, that would
Yeah.
help you with ghosts.
Oh!
It would not help you with everything.
Okay, so I just rolled for a cult, and
Nice.
it seems to have
Hard
worked
success.
out.
Okay. So yes, you both sorry, PD Sinclair cannot remember anything that he learned about ghosts in his time unless you want to push or use luck. But I don't know if you really can with Cthulhu Mythos. For your occult roll, Scoop, you do recall the steps it takes to hold a séance within a residence.
Oh, wow. So what you're saying here is that we could hold, well, not what you're saying, because I would just be
No
talking
one said
in the
anything.
air.
Okay.
Nobody said anything. But what I recall from my whole life of being an occult reporter is that we could hold a seance here in this here house and then commune with these ghosts who are already trying to communicate with me because I can hear them quite a bit.
Wait, what?
There is clearly a presence here.
Wait,
I-
shit,
I can
fuck
Wait,
audibly
I'm sorry. Did you
hear.
hear ghosts?
I have heard some ghost activity.
Do
I
PT
remembered-
Should we
about
been
us?
here?
Do
I
PT
remembered
and
the
Conrad
same
hear
thing.
this?
I remembered that you could do the seance thing also.
I'm assuming y'all walked a little closer to each other so everybody had each
Yes.
other.
Yeah.
All right, so I am hearing some spiritual activity.
Is she talking about us?
So, and they are aware that we are here.
Dude, she's talking about us.
They do not appear to be malevolent spirits so far.
Well, I wouldn't like to
She said we're
assume
not
that any
malevolent.
person or any spirit would be malevolent off the back. I feel like that would be a type of profiling, which would be impolite.
So if y'all would like, I could help facilitate a seance in which we could all commune with these spirits.
In the case that the seance doesn't work, can we say twice in case they don't hear us the first time?
Let's do it.
Something like that. We could, yes.
Whatever.
Might as well. We
are
might as
y'all
well.
In.
Oh,
I am
yes.
All right, so we go to is there a dining room with a table?
Well, on your way, you actually hear a bunch of pots and pans bang onto the floor in the kitchen.
All right.
I run
so
into the kitchen.
I
Oh,
run into the kitchen
God.
with my camera
Ditto.
and I take a picture of the kitchen.
There is nothing on, like, there are the pots and the pans on the floor. You
Mhm.
don't see any entities or anything like that, but you do
Yeah,
see
but
it-
on film it might show up later.
maybe
if I get my
maybe
film
if you take
2 months
some
when that
pictures.
develops.
You do see a thick layer of soot over the oven,
Mm-hmm.
and it says, like, "Hey man, get out."
You know,
Well,
What?
I've been listening, y'all, and you haven't said anything like that. Why not just say it as opposed to just writing it on the wall?
Dude, you can
I'm sorry, but
definitely hear us.
neither.
I can hear you. Yeah, y'all are like the kings of talking trash right now, you know?
Wait,
Just
shut
say it to
wait.
my face.
Just for edification, she is saying these things out loud to nothing,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yes.
Like
From
she
our
is
perspective,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all
and
have
we're
no
not
idea
hearing
what she is talking
Okay.
about.
Scoop,
Sorry,
are you
y'all.
okay?
These guys are just talking. These spirits are talking trash because right here they say get out. But what I've heard from them, they have not said anything of the sort.
Well, it's rather impolite to be one way in the written form and another way when you're speaking
Well, that's
face
what
to
I'm
face.
saying. It's like finding your best friend's written a note about you to your other best friend, then you find out everyone's been talking smack about you for months.
Oh, that
and
certainly
then you got to
wouldn't
move
do it.
middle schools,
Sounds
which definitely
very-
never happened to
sounds
me.
very personal.
sounds like a very specific memory that you've
I'll
experienced.
leave that one alone because I didn't go to middle school.
Jesus Christ, man, she talks a lot. Just like, okay,
Can you-
I can hear you.
blood. Fucking,
Can you tell them that we want to have a discussion with them? That we're not here to. What did you say? Bust?
We're
I mean-
here to get rid of the ghosts.
No, we're not. Hold
Get
on.
out.
Wait, try boo.
Move on to the next one.
Boo.
All right. So just
Hey,
in case y'all
boo.
can hear me and nobody else,
Boo.
since I can hear you and no one else can hear you,
Hey,
They-
boo.
they want to know what y'all want to know again.
Oh, we would like to have a seance.
No, well, I could hold the seance, but it might not even be necessary if we could just
Boo
like
won't work.
fully talk to one another.
What
Seance
are they
won't work.
doing? Something
Saying-
here? Are
they're
they?
saying boo, blood? Does she ever stop talking? Boo.
Oh, that sounds fairly impolite. If the seance
Well,
is a
they're-
way to convince these spirits, whether forcefully or peaceably, to speak to us, I believe that would be the way to go.
I'm gonna
Won't
be
work.
straight up with you. I can barely understand a single word you're saying to me.
Ask them if
I
they're
can
willing.
understand the ghost better than you.
Ask
So-
them.
Psh,
Ask
can I
them if they are willing to talk to all of us and not just you.
Did you hear that, or do
Wait,
you
shh,
really
shh,
want me
wait,
to
watch this.
repeat?
Just shut up. Shut up.
Oh my God. I can hear you. Do you want to talk to us or do you want to keep writing cryptic ass messages on the wall?
You hear them giggling and shushing each other.
Oh my God. It's clearly I've seen this before and I didn't want to say it. But these are a bunch of middle school bitches.
Oh,
All right. I'm sorry to
Hey,
say.
middle school ghosts.
We got a classic at
Oh.
least two bitches situation.
Oh, if these are children, I believe that there is one way to treat children, and it's much like how my ma told me that you rear horses, and that is to
Oh,
break their
God.
will and be stern.
Dude,
Oh,
just
no.
go to therapy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think everyone here could probably use a little bit of therapy, perhaps the ghosts included.
Okay, well, I've had just about enough of this, young ladies. I'm assuming with the unfortunate term that my compatriot here used, which was a B word and a 5-letter word.
Oh!
So you little ladies, march yourselves down here right this instant, or so help me, I will come up there and find you.
You
Should I summon them? I'll summon them.
Like this is the first presence that you all feel, and it's just like a gentle little fart.
Like a
is
fart.
Yeah, okay, great.
Okay, this time Conrad's done with it.
And
He's
you can-
gonna take out his gun, shoot twice into the ground, and say, like, psh, psh, like, okay, little ladies. So I believe that we have ourselves a difference in what the meaning of authority is. What it means to me and what it will mean to you is that when someone asks you a question politely, you answer. Otherwise, it is asked again impolitely.
All right, I'm going to ask that we all join hands.
I
All right.
would like
Let's
to
all
be
no.
Scoop, the previous occult training that you have is going to compel you to, as people were saying before, move to the dining room and have everyone sit down and light candles and such.
Rock on. So can I move to do that?
If we're holding hands, I want to make it clear that I'd like to be in between Connor and Robert.
I'm fine with that. Let's all move to the room and make sure that we close the blinds to the light of the outdoors. And does anyone have the ability? Does anyone have matches or anything like that? We can light some candles.
Well, I don't like to admit it much,
Sure.
but I do have myself the occasional cigarette.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you light the candles?
Yes, there is.
All right.
Yes,
I'm gonna
y'all
hold a
set
seance.
up the everything that you need for a seance. So who is at the head of the table, or are you sitting two across from each other?
I'm on the other head of the table. I'm at the head of the
Yeah.
table. Emily might be.
Is it a
Scoop-
circular table?
No, it is
Wait.
one of those long
Oh,
haunted
shit.
house tables.
It's gonna be Scoop at the top, Robin, PT, and then Conrad. That's what it's going to be.
Robin, PT, Connor. Yeah, so it's if it's Scoop and then PT and Scoop.
Scoop and PT are
Conrad,
opposites.
and
Yeah.
PT is further away than everybody else is. Then
Yes.
PT and Conrad have to kind of lean in to be able to hold.
Yes, exactly.
And there's candles between y'all. And Scoop is saying the words that she knows to contact spirits and force them to come out of hiding.
What are those words?
And yes, what are they?
Oh, spirits.
Oh, spear.
If I can compel you to shed your unearthly shrouds and walk among us for one evening again.
I like that.
If you
Yes,
could be so inclined
it's
to
the
show
candles.
yourselves, we are ready to receive your wisdom. Amen.
Very wholesome summoning. One of the most wholesome summonings I've ever heard in my life.
The candles are flickering and the wind starts blowing the curtains and the plates and silverware that are obviously still set out are jangling around.
Be our guest.
And we get like a blackout to be continued.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Because that
makes sense.
that's the
It
that's
is
the end
time.
of the
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say.
9:10 on the dot. Should normally be 9, but we started 10 minutes late, so we gave you an extra 10. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Ooh.
This is not our escape from our sad lives. This is for you.
Yes. So to close out, let's go in order. What would people like to say about themselves?
Really quickly, if you like the content that you're seeing here, you can find me, Taylor, our keeper, Jorge, and Brian playing Robin Renard. We three have a podcast called Are We Friends? You can find us on our Twitter and Instagram, both of which are @_Are We Friends, all one word, or on our website, r-we-friends.com.
.com.
gmail.com.
And thank you so much, guys, for having me. If you'd like to hear more from me or you'd like to hear more from my brother John, preferably both of us at the same time, because that's how we appear on our podcast,
The only way you're
Downtime
getting it.
with John and Emily. Feel free to go to Downtime with John and Emily wherever you get your podcasts. We are also on Twitter and Instagram at Downey Siblings. And you can go to our website, getdowney.com.
If you liked our graphics that you see, the wonderful artwork that has gone up, you can find the artist on Twitter at Wormtongue. You're going to see it posted soon on the end title card, but it's spelled wrong. So
Who did that?
it's he did it, but we love him and we forgive him. But it's at Wormtongue with a U, not an O, just so you know. And if you liked the music that played at the beginning of the episode, that was done by Ethan Gustafson, who you can find at somepointsound.com.
And going back to Wormtongue for a second, can I just say that any little tiny adjustment we wanted to make, he got it like done so quick. The only thing he didn't care about fixing was his own name. That's how selfless. That's selfless he is.
He's very talented. Definitely look him up. Definitely give him a follow on Instagram. He put out something today that
Yeah,
really
we were the
kick-ass.
first like.
Give him a
Are
little
We
kiss.
Friends was the first like and comment on that. Go
Yeah.
us.
Did you
It was
really
about
just
him,
first
but-
all of
Yeah. like-
Every time.
Okay. In addition, I'd like to say that you can hear a lot more about this on our podcast, but we are still very focused on the ongoing protests that are happening, and you know the whole fight against systematic racism and oppression, and then our government turning into complete fascism.
Yeah.
So I believe, do we have the resources listed out on this this Twitch?
I think it might still be programmed to come up with the links if you type in ! links in our chat.
You can also find all the links to a lot of resources, both for what's happening nationally in Richmond, Virginia, or in Portland, Oregon, on any of our episode descriptions at Are We Friends?
And you can also find it on ours as well. But there are plenty of places for you to find this information.
Yeah.
So.
So please consider donating, or if you have the time,
Definitely.
volunteering to any of these organizations, particularly if you have local ones in your area, or with donations, if you can find the local organizers in your area, it would be very good. So that's it for me. We don't have a closeout yet. I will work on that, or we will work on that.
No, it won't.
So our keeper would like to start the closeouts.
By saying
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you very much. I've been Taylor.
I'm Brian.
I'm Emily.
I'm John.
Thank you for watching.
So long.
Bye.
Farewell.
Mwah.
Good.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Good.
Good night.